Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Ghostbusters. We haven't talked about Ghostbusters in a while because Afterlife got pushed back and now it's getting pushed back again. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about that, but first we're going to talk about Ernie Hudson, who played Winston in the original Ghostbusters movies, coming out and saying that he didn't think it was a good idea to reboot Ghostbusters.
Mm-mm.
That's
it wasn't a good idea. It wasn't a bold. Everybody kept saying that. And then you know what they got told? They got told they're misogynists who hated women.
Yeah, well, I think it's safe now to throw shade at Ghostbusters 2016. Hell, even the official Ghostbusters Twitter account last Thanksgiving.
Oh, I remember this.
Thanksgiving 2019, they put this family photo up of all the Ghostbusters, all the groups, the animated Ghostbusters, Extreme Ghostbusters, and there was one group of Ghostbusters missing. And it was the 2016 crew. They were nowhere to be found, and people were very, very salty. Very salty. You forgot our girls. How could you forget our girls? Because everybody is trying to forget Ghostbusters 2016. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 172,000 subs. Thank you. Hoping for 200,000 soon. So we'll talk about Ernie Hudson, and then we're going to talk about Rick Moranis, who is, got punched in the face a couple months ago. That wasn't very nice.
They did catch the guy, though.
They caught the guy. Good. And then we're going to talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife getting pushed back again.
Yes! I'm like, are you kidding me?
I gotta wonder. I mean, I understand why they're doing it with the theater thing, all that, but I'm like, you could put it on video on demand. I am concerned about this movie not being good.
I'm worried about it. Actually, a lot of people I've talked to, they're like, the longer they keep delaying it, the less interest I have in it. Because I'm like, why are they keep delaying it?
Yeah, didn't it come out already?
But right before they did this announcement, they were talking about, Ivan Reitman.
Yeah.
Saying about when he saw it, he cried. He liked it so much he cried that he saw the new movie. So I'm hoping that was because he cried because he was happy.
Yeah, right. like, oh my God, kid, what did you do to Ghostbusters?
From my understanding, it was because he was happy. But I'm just like, I want to believe. I know I'm crossing my IP here.
Streams, you're crossing streams.
I want to believe. I do, but it also looks like another episode of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. I do love Paul Rudd, though. So, yeah. But anyway, back to this.
Ernie Hudson, yeah. So he said that Paul Feig's Ghostbusters reboot was a mistake. He said it was a mistake to reboot it. This is what, this comes from We Got This Covered. This is what Ernie Hudson said. He said that Afterlife is not a reboot. Because when you say reboot, which is the third movie, the one with the ladies, that I actually liked a lot, so he said he liked it. I definitely loved everything.
Well, we can't say it sucked, because then they'll come after him.
Well, Dan Aykroyd kind of said it sucked.
Yeah.
But anyway, Paul Feig, I'm still a fan of theirs. They tried to do a reboot. And a reboot to me means you're trying to do the movie over, another version of what we already did. And
that's what everybody thought it was going to be, yeah.
I think that was a mistake. It wasn't a continuation or an extension. It was somehow a different universe. You know what I mean? It's kind of like us, but it's us, but not us. In that universe, they're women. I don't know. That was a choice that was made. I think I would like to say that it might have landed better if it was a sequel, but it still would have been the same movie. It just would have had ties to the original.
I think, when it came out, it was announced that it was all women. People were mad. And I was one of them because I was like, why does it have to be all women? Because it was all men the first time. It's like, why can't we do a mixed cast? Because a mixed cast is always more fun. And I'm like, why couldn't they just be like the daughters of the original ones or something? Why are we just starting all over again and have no connection to the original? But, I thought that was dumb. And a lot of people said so. And of course, when people said that we don't understand why there's no connection, they got immediately told they were racist, misogynist. That is literally, I think, when you can trace back this whole istophobe bullshit.
Yeah, I think Ghostbusters 2016
it was all traced back to this 2016 Ghostbusters, where if you didn't like it for any reason, or if you thought it was a bad idea for any reason, or like most people, you thought, why the hell do we need another Ghostbusters movie? We don't want to see this at all. It was because you were an istophobe and you were a terrible person who was against a woman and you're racist and whatever the hell other, istophobes they wanted to throw at you.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say Ghostbusters 2016 was a watershed moment because the official reason that Paul Feig gave for rebooting Ghostbusters, get this. The ladies had to create their own tech. They couldn't have the hand-me-downs from the men. That is literally the official reason that he gave for not having it be a sequel, because the most logical thing would be a sequel, and it confused people because, one, the original trailer made out like it was a sequel. Mm-hmm. And two, you had most of the original cast in cameos, which probably threw audiences. They're like, what the hell's going on here?
It just wasn't, I mean, I'm sorry. It was just dumb. The dance numbers.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was pretty bad. I'm sorry. I mean, not saying the other ones were always perfectly great and never had their bad moments, but the cringe was so hard on that one. And it was
just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it.
Right, but he's not wrong when he said when you think it's a reboot, it's going to be the same. It's going to be like the same story. It's not like another universe. And as sure as hell, he doesn't understand why it couldn't have been just a continuation, which is what everybody else asked after they asked the question was, why the hell do we need a third Ghostbusters film? That was the next biggest question after that.
Yeah, and of course, this was, I would say, because this happened not long after Gamergate, and we had a lot of the same mentality kind of rolling into that, where it was like, well, if you don't like this awful thing we're going to give you, then you're just a horrible person, and it's our time now, bitches, and it backfired, and then, so you're both the problem and the problem. Basically, if you don't like something, you're a horrible person. But if you don't support it either, it failed because of you.
Right.
They tell you not to come.
They do this all the time to set it up that you're always the bad guy.
You can't win.
But you said about the tech. I love how they had everybody hear the tech, but one of them just worked in a subway and wasn't a scientist.
Let's talk about that, because that was a complaint. Since we're talking about Ernie Hudson, that was a complaint people had about Ernie Hudson in Ghostbusters.
I agreed with them on that too.
Yeah, that Winston was basically the hired help. Mm-hmm. He wasn't one of the scientists. Now, the backstory is originally Winston was going to be Eddie Murphy. And when Eddie Murphy was attached to Ghostbusters, he actually was either, I think he was a scientist or he was a military jet pilot or something, but he had a much, much bigger role. And then when Eddie Murphy did not commit to the movie, they kept Winston but reduced his role, and Ernie Hudson came in. Mm-hmm. But that was a complaint people had for years.
It doesn't fit.
No, all these progressives were like, why is the one black guy not a scientist? Everybody else is a scientist.
Right. So we're going to move forward, guys. We're going to do it right. We're going to make it all women to make it fair, and we're going to bring it into current date, and we're going to make it all about how we're breaking boundaries and stereotypes. And then we made the one black woman, the one who was from the subway and came in later, wasn't a scientist.
Yes, we repeated the same mistake that you've been complaining about.
We made the guy dumb. Yes, we made every dude in the show either an idiot or an asshole. Progress.
But, 3 white women. Where's the Asian Ghostbuster? Where's the Hispanic Ghostbuster?
Where's the Ghostbuster in a wheelchair?
That was Extreme Ghostbusters.
No, I'm saying, but in the movies.
I know. I'm saying.
I know. I'm just like,
You want to talk about diversity?
They actually are going backwards.
Yes, you want to talk about diversity. Extreme Ghostbusters was probably more diverse than Ghostbusters 2016.
I'm just like, but anyway, so this is what was going on about, because Ernie Hudson said this. And now we got the announcement. Do you have that? They're pushing it till November now. It wasn't supposed to be out last year in summer?
Yeah, it was supposed to be out last summer, and then they pushed it back to, I believe, the beginning. Was it the end of the year or the beginning of this year? And now it's being pushed back to fall.
I want to say it was March. I don't remember, but they're pushing it now to November. Do they have it on here where they moved it back from? Because they usually tell you that it was supposed to be out. Yeah, March.
March, yeah. So it was supposed to come out in July, then March 5th of 2021, and then June 11th. And now it's
November, if we're lucky.
So this thing has been pushed back a year and a half. They're pushing back Afterlife.
I mean, everything's getting pushed back for the most part, but, it's been pushed back. But it's like, come on. I mean, people are actually saying they're losing interest because, you keep getting us excited and then you push it back. And they're just like, I don't care. And then they have this really weird ghost-looking thing.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is that thing? You had to pull it up already. What the hell is Muncher? We have Slimer and he ate hot dogs. Now we got to have Muncher?
Yeah, pretty much. And this was on MasterChef Junior in Spain. I guess they had him. And
he looks like a caterpillar-ish thing.
He does. He looks like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland, or what are they called? Water bears? The little space miniature critters or something. I don't know. They got to have a goofy-ass ghost to go with it. Whatever. Sell merchandise. But I don't know, guys. I'm kind of like, I want to hope this movie's going to be good, but by the time the damn movie comes out, if they want to do a sequel, these kids are going to be like 40.
Right.
So, like you're not going to be able to do a sequel because these kids are going to be too old to do a sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, Finn Wolfhard's got to be 20
I don't think
already.
he's that old.
I don't know.
I know he must be because he's older than Squid King.
Yes.
So, yeah, he probably is like at least 19 or 20.
I think the kid that played on Stranger Things, I think the kid that plays Will is actually the youngest. And then I think Lucas, the kid that plays Lucas, is actually like, because I saw him, he had like a freaking goatee and a beard or something in one picture. And I'm like, he's actually way older than he was playing on the show.
Know.
And I was like, oh my God. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of what happened when, we were talking about Soul. Got to the point where, they kept hyping it up and hyping it up and hyping it up. By the time it came out on Disney Plus, I basically lost all interest in seeing it.
Yeah.
Because I almost felt like there was a window where I was hyped for this and it's passed and I don't care anymore and whatever, I'll find time for it.
And I think traditionally if movies keep getting pushed around like that, it's usually because they suck and they're trying to fix it. And even though that might not be the case here, it's because of, the COVID-19 thing going on. People are going to automatically just in the back of their mind be like, oh, it must suck.
I am too. I was extremely excited about this movie. And then, I saw a trailer. I was like, it's okay. It didn't really feel Ghostbusters to me because it took place in the country. And
it doesn't. I mean, because Ghostbusters was a New York City thing.
Yeah. And I always said it. So with Ghostbusters, New York City is basically one of the characters.
It's a character, yeah.
It's a very New York movie. It feels very New York 1980s. And to have it, move to the Midwest or Oklahoma or wherever the hell they're at, I'm kind of like, But I am kind of concerned now. I'm like, does this give them lots of time to do reshoots or?
Well, I'm hoping it's just because it is because everything's getting pushed around. It's not because it sucks. And I have to stop myself for thinking that about most everything at this point because most everything is being pushed around. So, it's just normally that indicates that there are changes being made. That's not a good thing, but that does not necessarily mean the case here.
Yeah, well, hey, if it was a Warner Brothers movie, we'd be getting it on HBO Max.
That's true.
Like Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes, they had the
Godzilla
trailer for
Kong.
that today.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm waiting.
Kind of.
No, it doesn't look bad, but Squid King and I are both like, uh-oh. I don't know. I'm just hoping that they don't kill each other, and I'm hoping they kill the bad guy, team up to kill the bad guy. I don't want to see either one of them go down, especially Godzilla.
Maybe
he's my boy.
Maybe they ship them and then.
Oh my God! Don't give them ideas. What would they call that?
Kongzilla.
Yeah. Would it be
Gong?
Gong. I like Gong.
Gong. King Gong.
King Gong.
Gong, King of the Dongsters.
Or Kingzilla.
Kingzilla. I don't know. Yeah, that's another one. Hopefully it's okay. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get excited about because movies now that they're not in theaters, they really don't feel like the big events that they were before. It's like, oh, I gotta go to the theaters this weekend. I'm gonna plan my whole weekend around this movie, and now it's just kind of like, I'll catch it on streaming.
I'm more of a homebody, so for me, I'm just like, hell yeah, on the couch with popcorn. If I have to pee, I can get up, pause it, and not miss a damn thing. I am there. I prefer it that way.
I hope get up to pee.
Yeah. When I go to the movie, it depends on, just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I hate about these freaking 3-hour movies.
You have to step over people to get out of the aisle.
I'm so thirsty. I don't buy drinks when I know the movie is going to be that long because I'm like, I do not want to get up and have to pee.
So we know we're going to watch this. We should go to the Dollar Tree and buy all kinds of, or Walmart and go buy all kinds of movie theater candy.
Oh, yeah.
And then make ourselves some big popcorn and get some big drinks. And then sit down and we can actually pause it if we have to pee.
There we go. We're playing around tinkle time.
Well, for me, when you get my age, you do have to. I'm not that old.
Wait, we fucking depends. And
I had two big. I don't actually wear Depends. I'm just kidding. But I had two big kids. So.
Well, now we're gonna talk about this kid, Rick Moranis.
So when sometimes it's not as I can't hold it as well as I should.
So Ernie Hudson again. We're gonna bring it back to Ernie Hudson talking about Rick Moranis, who's kind of, sort of. Unretired now. He did that commercial with.
I would love to see Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
God, please let him be in Ghostbusters. He would not confirm or deny.
Did not confirm or deny that Rick Moranis was in Afterlife. Could have made a top secret cameo that Jason Reitman and the studio are saving for a surprise.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I
really hope so. That would make me happier than pretty much anything at that point.
Moranis did not participate in the 2016 all-female reboot of Ghostbusters. He dodged a bullet.
Yeah, good thinking. On that
Good
one.
thinking there. But he said, wish him well. I hope it's terrific, but it makes no sense. Why would I just do one day of shooting for something I did 30 years ago? The movie was universally panned and it bombed at the box office. Wow, that's coming from MovieWeb. So it appears Moranis made a wise choice. Though Ernie Hudson enjoyed the movie, he believes it was a mistake to try and rehash. Notice how the narrative has changed? When even sites like MovieWeb are saying, yeah, it was a bomb and it was critically panned.
Before it was man babies, and now it's,
Now it's like, yeah, it was a
sucks.
piece of shit. We all know it was a piece of shit. They're not even acknowledging it on the official Ghostbusters Twitter.
Yeah.
We're stepping over it. So, all right, we're going to wrap this one up.
Yes.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.